to forgive.
Forgive me, brother. Forgive me.
Hi everyone, welcome to the new episode of Song Salon. Today I want to talk about forgiveness. Think through your memory. Are there some memories of instances or people that make you feel unhappy every time? Or if there's somebody easily triggers your resentment, those are the targets that we would like to forgive. Today I'm going to share with you my thoughts about forgive and how I was able to get better at forgiveness. First of all, I want to say that forgiving is a process. It's not a one-time solution. When you feel negative about someone for your entire life, we say you can feel good about them immediately after this video. It's not possible. So don't worry about if you don't have immediate relief. It's a process. I also want to say that to forgive is not to forgive other people or the instant. It's actually to forgive yourself. And here's why. When we have the resentment about people and instance, it's usually the results of the instance or the behavior of the people does not match our expectation and we're unsatisfied. Whenever we think about them or we see them, the negative emotions and thoughts associated with them arouse, and we just got trapped into the negative thoughts and feelings. We struggle with that, and it was really hard to get out. And ironically, the instance or the people we don't feel happy about has no effect by how we think about them or how we feel about them. They are still what they are. They are still who they are. They do their things, they live their lives. Whenever we trap into those unforgiving experiences, we are unforgiving ourselves. We're putting ourselves in bad situations. So to forgive is actually to help ourselves get out of it. And also, I do not think to forgive is to accept what happened is good or to agree on people's behavior which hurt us. It's more like accepting other than agreeing. When I'm talking about this, I'm thinking about one instance, one person that happened in recent years. I feel betrayed so much by that. In the beginning, every day, the thoughts generated by itself, I started to feel terrible. And then I drown myself in this conversation within my brain and all the imagination and the thoughts, blaming, resentfulness, totally lost my conscience during that time, which is not good and which I do not want that. That's why I wanted to forgive myself. Not to forgive, first of all, is a total waste of time. It's not productive. The result is not good. By entangle ourselves in the negative thoughts and feeling when we are feeling unforgiving, we actually reduce the time we can spend in meaningful things. We reduce the time to involve us in a better life experience we all deserve. And also suffocating myself in the negative feelings and thoughts do hurt our body, do hurt our health, which has been discussed a lot by scientists and the doctors. It clouds our mind. It's really, really hard to think rationally, to make a logical judgment during or right after those negative thoughts and emotions. And by the way, negative thoughts and emotions, they feed each other. That's actually the mechanics of unforgiveness, which drags us down lower and lower when it happens. So it's bad for our mental health too. And also spiritually, it causes suffering. It causes disconnection of the reality. It causes us to lose our consciousness. So unforgiveness is not good for health. It's not good for physical health, mental health, and spiritual health. Overall, I think it's very straightforward why I want to forgive. Why I want to forgive is not to be noble or to be a great man or whatever. It's just selfishly for myself, for my own well-being. I want to forgive others. And based on my experience, it's not easy to forgive. It took me a while. And when I think about the instance and the person, it still triggers me. But the extent of the trigger and negativity has been less and less. And I'm feeling really good about it. I can eventually let it go faster, be able to allocate my time into more important things for me. So I want to share with you what I did to make the severity of triggered emotion by the instance and people less and less. First of all, I always remind myself that to forgive is not to forgive others, it's to forgive myself, it's to help myself get out of the bad situation, the negative mental situation. It's self-help, actually. It's very powerful. It's for my own well-being. There's nothing noble about it. It's all selfish. Another thing I found very powerful is that when I started to value my life and my time more and more, I don't want to waste time, and I want to feel good. I want the time in negative thoughts and emotion to be as little as possible, because Life is short. Life is limited. I don't have infinite time to do whatever I want. Even I spend all the rest of my life engaging in meaningful things, in happy things. There is limited things I can do and the limited people I can spend time with. So time is very short. I do not have time to not forgive someone. I do not have time to suffocate myself into the negative thoughts and emotions. I do not have time to hurt myself. Let's put it that way.
I hurt myself juggling.
Another important thing that helped me tremendously to implement forgiveness is to have my value clearly. Before I encounter something that I feel hard to forgive, my psychological process is like I start to thinking about that and I think about different aspects of it, but it does not go deeper. It always stay on the same level and then associate with the same negative emotion. It just mess around. It does not solve it. It just keeps messing more and more and never gets cleared out, never get solved. By having my value, my baseline, I'm able to judge. I'm able to judge myself. I'm able to judge the other people who involved in that instance. With the rational judgment, first of all, I can identify what I did wrong in the instance, which is so valuable. One of the best teachers is our own mistake. By accepting it and facing it with courage, we pull as much information and as many lessons as possible from our past mistakes. That makes us a better person, and that also makes it easy to forgive others and to forgive especially ourselves. Admit we did something wrong. Let's learn from that and move on. Not to blame ourselves is to forgive ourselves. On the other hand, equipped with clear values, help us to make precise judgment or assessments on the other people. If they did nothing wrong, good. If they did something wrong, we can assess if that's something we can accept based on our value and our boundary. It's something we can accept, good. Forgive them. But if that's something we cannot accept, good.
Everything's good.
Just cut the person off and move on with our own life. Nothing to unforgive. We forgive it, we accept it, and we leave it there. We move on. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. Please remember that to forgive is not to forgive others, it's to forgive ourselves. To forgive is not being noble or being right or being cool. It's to help ourselves. It's for our own well-being. Whenever we feel hard to forgive, we can always remind ourselves that. And also value our own life and time and have clear standards of value. Help us tremendously to forgive. It feels like guidance to pull us out from the situation. It's helpful. So to wrap the video, I would like to share an action that I'm going to do, and I invite you guys to do that with me. I'm going to search one person or one instance from my recent memories, and I'm going to go through what I shared in this video and see if I'm able to forgive that. How about we do that together?
Just do it.
If you did it, please leave a comment and let me know how it worked. I want to thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.